Lesson 2.1, Part 3. Well, let's solve these two equations here by graphing. Now we have two equations given to us. And we're going to graph using the method we've been working on. And our first graph, our first line, will be this one. And this one has a y-intercept of -1. It has a slope of -3/4. So down 3 over 4. Now since we're looking for a point of intersection between the two lines, I want to graph more than 2 points so my line is as accurate as possible. So if I went down 3 to the right 4, I can also go up 3 and to the left 4 and still be on the line. And this represents our first line. So I basically just graphed it with looking at my slope triangle there. The next line we're going to graph is this one, which has a y-intercept of 4 and a slope of 1/2, which is up 1 over 2. Up 1 over 2. Now again, we're looking for their point of intersection. So if I went up 1 to the right 2, I can go down 1 to the left 2 and still be on the line. And this represents our line. Now the solution is the point of intersection. And that point of intersection is right there. And that coordinate represents -4, +2. And if I plug those two values into both equations, I would get a true statement, which again means a statement like 2 equals 2, 5 equals 5, the statement is true. Let's take a look at the next one, which is similar except it's not ready to be graphed. So we need to fix both of them. So again, I'm going to focus on these two equations. And the first one, I'm going to subtract x from both sides. I'm going to divide by -4. And I get y equals, and this fraction, -1 divided by -4 is 1/4 x. 16 divided by -4 is a -4. There's one equation. This equation, again, I'm going to subtract x from both sides, divide both sides by -4, and I get y equals, this fraction is a positive 1/4 x, and this one is a -1. Now to graph these two, the first one has a y-intercept of -4 and a slope of 1/4. So again, up 1 to the right 4 or down 1 to the left 4. And that is our line. Our second equation has a y-intercept of -1 and a slope of 1/4 also. Now if you remember that if you have the same slopes, they're either the same line or they are parallel. They have different intercepts, which means they are not the same line. Therefore we have parallel lines. And parallel lines never intersect, which means they have no answer. So no solution. And this ends lesson 2.1, part 3.